name's Joella. Thanks for joining me. We're going to get started in Shavasana today. Real quick before we do though, I just want to remind you, please make sure that you're listening to your body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. Feel free to skip anything or modify anything that you need. And also please make sure that you've checked with a healthcare provider before starting a new exercise routine. So let's go ahead and get started on our backs, on our mat. You can just lay down, find a comfortable position. Feet can be flat to the floor with knees touching, or you can extend them down your back or down your mat if that doesn't feel bad on your back. Just close your eyes if that feels right. And just take a moment here. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. And before changing anything, just notice how it feels in your body. See if you can start making your breath a little bit deeper. Making your inhales a little longer, your exhales a little longer. Now beginning to breathe just in and out your nose. One more breath like this. This time taking a deep inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, in 5, 4, 3, 2, out 5, 4, 3, 2, in 5, 4, 3, 2, out 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, in 4, 3, 2, out 5, 4, 3, 2. Now just continue to breathe naturally. One more breath. And on your next inhale, gently hug your knees into your chest. You can gently rock from side to side, massaging your low back. And then extend your left leg down your mat all the way to the floor and engage that leg. So toes and knees pointing up toward the floor. Right knee hugged into your chest still. And then see if you can maintain the natural curve in your low back. So your low back is still popping up off the floor slightly. You can run your hand back there. The thigh of that left leg pressing down towards the floor. Exhale here. Inhale, hug your left knee in. And extend your right down the mat. Pressing your right thigh down, toes and knees pointing up towards the floor. Maintaining that little curve in your low back. Left knee hugs in. Exhale here. Inhale, hug your right knee into your chest. And then plant both feet down to the floor about hips distance apart and parallel to each other. Heels right underneath of your knees. We're going to flow through a bridge pose. So exhale here, take your full inhale to lift your hips up towards the ceiling, lengthening your tailbone towards the back of your knees, and exhale, taking the full exhale to bring it back down to the floor. Inhale, lifting it up. Knees are right out from your hips so they're not opening out to the side or falling together. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, really pressing through all four corners of your feet, pressing down through the backs of your arms. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Pressing down through the backs of your arms, using that to help you make space through your chest. And exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. bring your feet up to like a table tap. So knees are still right over top of our hips. We're not hugging them in. And then bring your arms out to a T or goalpost, cactus, whatever you have room for. We're going to inhale here and exhale. Allow your knees to fall over to the left, but not come all the way down to the floor. We're going to keep them hovering. Inhale back up through center. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back up to center, keeping your knees right over top of your hips. Ankles in line with your knees. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. If you have room at home, you can extend your legs up overhead. I don't exactly have room here. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. One more time each way. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. And then we're going to begin to rock forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2. This last one, we're going to pause in Navasana. Breathing here, spine nice and long. Arms can extend to either side of your legs. Maybe you can extend your legs. One more breath. Crossing at your ankles, come up and over or swing your legs around. We'll meet in downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder distance, maybe slightly wider, wrist creases parallel or slightly turned out to the front edge of your mat. Feet are hips distance apart and parallel to each other. Heels are right behind your second toe. Little bend in your knees so that you can lift your hips up and back. Pressing down. Ooh. Angry cat. Pressing down through your big thumb mound. Internal or externally rotate your arms so that your outer upper arms, your triceps move in towards your face. Breathing here. One more breath. At the bottom of your exhale, slowly walk your hands towards your feet, so to the back of your mat, bending your knees as much as you need to, coming into a forward fold. Exhale here, inhale Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back, making space in your spine. Exhale, lower down. Inhale Ardha Uttanasana, pressing down through your feet, lifting up through your quads. Exhale, lower down. Last one, inhale, broaden through your collarbone, gently pulling your shoulder blades towards each other. And exhale, lower down. This time inhaling, staying all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Walking your hands back out, downward facing dog. Just taking a breath here. At the bottom of your exhale, look forward towards your hands. Walk, step, or float your hands, feet up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing with feet hips distance apart, pressing down through all four corners of your feet, parallel to each other. So your heel is right behind your second toe. Lengthening your tailbone down, lifting it up on your quads. Broadening through your collarbone. One more breath here. Inhale, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back, right foot left. Always an option to place your knees down to the floor. Shoulders hinge forward slightly over our fingertips. Exhale, Chaturanga, keeping our outer upper arms wrapping in towards our ribs. Inhale, cobra, maybe upward facing dog, pressing down into our hands, down into the tops of our feet, tailbone lengthening back, lifting from your inner thighs, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. One more breath, lengthening your tailbone up. At the bottom of your exhale, looking towards your hands, walk, step, or float your feet up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Right back down, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back, left foot, right foot, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. 2 more breaths, pressing into your hands, arms wrapping in, lifting up on your forearms, making space in your chest. At the bottom of your exhale, looking forward towards your hands, walk, step, or float. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Last time, inhale, arms forward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, step or maybe float back, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pausing here, 3 breaths. One more breath. Inhaling your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog, right to hip height. Toes and knees pointing down towards the floor, outer hips hugging in. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to right tricep, shoulders come over the wrists. Inhale back. Knee crosses the midline over, taps your left tricep. Inhale up and back. Exhale, right foot back down to the floor. Pausing here, 3 breaths. On your next inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Right to hip height, toes and knees pointing down towards the floor, hips hugging in, pressing down through your hands. Inhale here, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Extend. Pause here. Exhale, left foot comes down to the ground. Taking a few breaths here in our downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale, hinge forward, plank pose, shoulders right over top of wrists, pressing your thighs up into your thigh bones while your tailbone lengthens down towards the back of your heels. Pressing down into your hands, lifting up through your armpits, broadening through your collarbone. Exhale here. Inhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale, press into your hands, hips lift up and back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale, hips lift up and back. Inhale forward. And pause. One more breath here. Option to place your knees down, hinging forward slightly, shoulders come over top of your fingertips, wrapping your outer upper arms in, lower all the way down to the floor. Extend your arms overhead, palms facing together. Exhale here, press down to the tops of your feet, lifting your thighs up, tailbone lengthening back. Inhale, chest, shoulders, arms, head lift. Back of your neck's long. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms, chest, shoulders lift. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Tops of your feet still pressing down. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands under your shoulders so that they're shoulder distance apart, and then walk them back so that your wrists are underneath your elbows. Exhale here, still pressing down to the tops of your feet, lifting up on your thighs, tailbone lengthening back. Exhale. Inhale, chest, shoulders lift, baby cobra, so your bottom ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. See if you can press the tops of your feet down so much that your pinky toe can touch the floor. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Let's tuck our toes under. Press down into the tops, or into the balls of your feet, lifting up on your thighs, tailbone lengthening back. We're going to exhale here, and inhale, press into your hands, outer upper arms drop in, push up to plank, hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Let's inhale your right leg up and back, three-legged dog, toes and knees pointing down towards the floor, outer hips hugging in. And exhale, knee to nose, sit it down to the inside of your right thumb. Gently place your left knee down to the floor. So outer hips still hugging in, so we're not falling out to one side or the other. That right ankle is right underneath of our right knee. You can stay up on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, arms up. Arms nice and straight. Outer upper arms wrapping in. Hips gently move forward as you lengthen your tailbone down. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot. Placing your left hand down just underneath of your left shoulder. Inhale, right hand up towards the sky, twisting to the right. Right hip stays hugged in. Exhale, lower down. Step it back, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, left leg up, just to hip height, toes and knees pointed down, hips hugging in. One more breath. Exhale, knee to nose, sitting that foot down on the inside of your left thumb. Right knee comes down to the floor. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Pressing down to that front foot, hips gently move forward, tailbone lengthens down towards the floor. Exhale, hands down to frame your left foot. Right hand comes down underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Left hip hugs in. Exhale, unwind. Stepping it back, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, right leg up and back. And exhale, step it through to the inside of that right thumb. We're going to heel toe our right foot over to the midline. Spin your left heel down, so you're going to heel to arch, toe and knee of this back foot pointing up. Inhale up, warrior two. Front knee is right over top of that front ankle. Back leg is nice and strong. Thighs lifting up, arms out to a T, shoulders over top of your hips. Front hip point lifting up and away from that thigh bone. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend. Taking the full breath to make your movement. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And hold. Pressing down to the big toe mound of that front foot as that right inner thigh lifts up. Tailbone lengthens down towards the floor. Exhale here. Inhale, Straighten your right leg. And exhale, right fingers reach towards the right. Pelvis tilts towards the right. Hand comes down to the inside of that right leg, left hand overhead. Narcissa. Down. Narcissa. Sorry. You can look up towards that top hand. Press down through the big toe mound of your right foot as your calf presses forward into your right shin. Right leg lifts up. Back leg still nice and strong, that quad lifting up. Exhale, look down towards your bottom hand. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale here, inhale, straighten that leg, hands to your hips. Parallel your feet with the short edges of your mat and each other. So from here, pressing down through all four corners of your feet, lifting up through your quads. Stand up nice and tall. Exhale, hinging forward from your hips, so your pelvis tilts forward. Bringing your hands to your thighs, shins, maybe the floor. Spine still nice and long, so you're making space in your spine. You can have a little bend in your knees. You want your outer hips over top of your ankles, so your weight's going to come forward slightly into your toes. Lifting up on your quads, thinking of your sits bones pulling together here. Your next exhale, you can soften down slightly. One more breath. Go ahead, place your hands back up to your hips, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Exhale here, inhale, lift all the way up. Other side, we're going to internally rotate our back leg here and externally rotate our front leg. Knee coming right over top of that ankle. Ankle lined up to arch of that back foot. Arms come out to a T. Exhale here, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten that back leg's nice and strong, lifting up on that quad. Exhale, bend, tailbone lengthening towards the floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, front hip lifting up away from this thigh bone one more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and hold. Press down through the outer edge of that back foot as that back thigh wraps in. Pressing down through the big toe mound of the front foot, left inner thigh reaches up. One more breath. Exhale here, inhale, straightening through that left leg. Exhale, left fingertips reach towards the wall, pelvis tilts to the left. Left hand comes down to the inside of the left leg, right hand overhead. Finding space through your spine here, so you're not crunching down here, but making space between your low ribs and that hip point. Look down towards that left foot. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale here, inhale, straighten that leg, hands to your hips. Parallel your feet to the short edges of your mat and to each other. We're gonna do another forward fold, this time with a shoulder opener. So we're gonna clasp our hands behind our back. So interlacing your fingertips. You want your palms to be together, so you're not, you're trying to avoid doing this. If that's too much, you can interlace your thumbs or just keep your hands to your hips. So you decide, pressing down through your feet, lifting up through your quads, arms nice and straight, making space through your collarbone. Inhale here, exhale, tilting forward from your pelvis, forward fold. Pressing down through your feet, lifting up through your quads. One more breath. Release your hands to the floor. Go ahead, bring your hands up to your hips. Exhale here and inhale, coming all the way up to stand. We're gonna just come down, bringing your hands down to either side of that right foot. Step it back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, pressing down through your hands. Triceps wrapping in, tailbone lengthening up towards where the wall and ceiling meet. Exhale. exhale here, inhale forward to plank pose. Hinging forward slightly, exhale, chaturanga lowering all the way down to the floor. This time, hands come down by your sides, palms facing in towards your hips. Exhale here, inhale, chest, arms, shoulder, head lift, back of your neck's long. Exhale, lower down, pressing down on the tops of your feet, lifting up on your thighs. Exhale here, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time you can just stay with the first option, or exhale here, inhale, legs lift along with your upper body and hold. Nice and strong, finding length. So the crown of your head reaches forward, toes reaching back. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulder, walking them back so that wrists are underneath of your elbows, tucking your toes under. We're going to press up into plank in one long line. Tailbone reaches back, thighs lifting up. Exhale here, inhale, plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to nose, sit it down to the inside of your right hand. Feet are on railroad tracks here, so hips distance apart. Pressing down through this front foot, back heel's lifted right over top of your second toe, pressing up on that thigh. Find space here in your chest, maybe tension up on your fingers, outer hips hugging in. One more breath here. Exhale here, inhale, arms come forward and up, placing a little bend in that back knee so you can lengthen your tailbone down and back, high lunge. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold. Breathing here. One more breath. Exhale, hands down to either side of that front foot. We're going to place our left hand to the floor, right underneath of our left shoulder. Keeping that outer right hip hugging in, inhale, right arm towards the sky. Pressing down through that right foot. One more breath here. Back legs nice and strong. Exhale here. Inhale, right into your high lunge with a twist. Hips still hugging in. Tailbone still lengthening down. One more breath. Exhale, hands down to either side of that right foot. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it forward to the inside of your left hand. Again, we're on railroad tracks here. Legs hugging in, left knee over top of left ankle. Fingertips on the floor, broadening through your collarbone, finding space here. Straightening that back left leg, hugging your, right leg, left hip hugs in. Exhale here, inhale, high lunge, little bend in that back knee so you can find length through your low back. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and pause. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down to either side of that front foot. Right hand right underneath of your right shoulder. Left hip hugging in. Inhale, twisting open to the left. Exhale here. Inhale, press down through that left foot. Standing up, high lunge with the twist. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down to either side. That left leg, downward facing dog. The bottom of your exhale, look towards your hands. Walk, step, or float your feet up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms forward and up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Hips sink back, feet parallel to each other. Front hip points lift up away from your thigh bones. Hands, let's bring them down to our hips. Inhale here. Exhale. And then on your inhale, hover your right foot off the floor about an inch. Keeping your hips parallel or in line with each other. We're going to slowly step our right foot back, high lunge. One more breath here. Weight shifts to that left foot, slowly with control. Stepping our right foot up, chair pose. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Breathing here. Inhale, left foot hovers. Step it back, nice and controlled. High lunge. One more breath here. Weight shifts to that front foot. Slowly, with control. Left foot meets the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale, lower it down all the way to the floor. Exhale here. Inhale, Shavasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest, shoulders, arms lift. Lengthen your tailbone back, making space through your collarbone. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Finding length through the back of your neck. Exhale, lower. Hands come shoulder distance apart, walking them back, wrists underneath of your elbows. Tucking your toes under. Option to leave your knees on the floor. Tailbone lengthens back, coming up into plank pose. One long line, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. One more breath. We're going to inhale our right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to nose, sitting it down the inside of our right thumb. Setting up for warrior two here. Heel toe your front foot over to the midline. Spin your back heel down so we're lined up. Heel to arch. Inhale up, warrior two. We're going to flow here a little bit. So we're going to exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. So pelvis tilts forward, fingertips reaching up towards the front of the room as you reach back through that back heel. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand comes to the left leg, making space through the whole right side of your body. That front knee stays over top of your ankle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Making space between that hip and your low ribs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle or reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Last time. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior and hold. One more breath. Both legs nice and strong here. Straightening through that right leg. Through nice long, reaching up through your fingertips, down through that right foot. And on an exhale, hands come down to frame your right foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Lift your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Right to hip height, toes and knees pointing down, hips hugging in. Stepping your left foot to the inside of your left thumb. Heel toe it over towards the midline, spinning your right heel down so you're lined up heel to arch. Knee over top of ankle. Inhale, warrior two. Taking a breath here. First finding our side angle. So inhale, left fingertips reach forward, elbow comes to our knee, tailbone lengthens towards that back heel. Right hand comes up overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand to right leg. Left hand reaching up, finding space to the left side body. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back leg is strong. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, or warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. One more time. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Pausing here. Back leg is strong. Tailbone lengthening down. Inhale, pressing down to that left foot. Straightening your left leg. Exhale. Hands come down to either side of that left leg. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back, and exhale, step it to the inside of your right thumb, heel toe your foot to the midline, spinning your left heel down, warrior two. Exhale, right hand reaches forward, side angle. Let's bring this left hand to our hip. We're gonna look down about a foot in front of our pinky toe and reach your right hand in that direction. We're gonna press down through all 4 corners of this right foot, lift up on this quad, and gently lift that back leg up to hip height for half moon pose. So that outer right hip is hugging in, toes and knees pointed toward the side wall, foot in line with your hip. Your right hand is right underneath of your shoulder. Option to reach your left hand towards the sky. Breathing here, there's space between your right low ribs and your front hip point. Slowly coming out of it the same way that we came in. Warrior two. Exhale, hands down to either side of that front foot. Step it back, downward dog. One more breath here. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, sit it down the inside of that left thumb. Heel toeing your left foot to the midline, spinning your right heel down. Line of heel to arch, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle, bringing your elbow down to that left knee. Place your right hand to your right hip. This outer left glute cheek is wrapping down. It's going to stay there, hugging in. Back leg is strong. Lifting on this left quad. Press through all four corners of this front foot. Reach your hand out about a foot from your pinky toe. You're going to press down through that left leg. Lift up through your left quad. Right leg comes up to hip height. Left hip wrapping in. Toes and knees towards the side wall. You can extend your right hand towards the sky. Maybe look up. Coming out of it the same way we came in, nice and controlled, stepping your right foot back, warrior two. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale, gently bring your knees to the floor and find child's pose. Just gently bringing your hips back towards your heels, knees wide. One more breath. Gently use your hands to walk yourself up to a seated position and then come onto your back. So just swing your legs out to one side. Make sure you have enough room behind you and gently lay down to the floor. Planting your feet to the floor, hips distance apart. Pressing down through your feet. Exhale here. Holding on to the outer edges of your mat. Inhale. Lifting your hips up. Bridge pose. Ankles right underneath of your knees. Tailbone lengthening towards the back of your knees. Walking your outer upper arms in. So pressing down through your arms. Using your mat there as leverage to help you press down into your feet and lift your hips. Making space through your collarbone. Exhale, lower down. Two more times. Exhale here. Inhale, press through your feet, hips lift. This time you can interlace your hands behind your back, walking your shoulders under, pressing down through your feet, lifting your hips up. Tailbone lengthens toward the back of your knees so that you can make space between your sacrum and your back low ribs. Broadening through your collarbone, pressing down through your arms. Walk your shoulders out. Hips come back down to the floor. Last time, you do either of those two options. Exhale here. Inhale. Hips lift. You can clasp your hands, walk your shoulders under. Breathe here. Unclasp your hands, walk your shoulders out, hips come back down to the floor. And let's gently let your knees fall over to the left, keeping your feet wide. Arms can come out like a cactus or a T if you have room, keeping your shoulder blades down to the floor. Inhaling your knees back up through center. And exhale, gently allow them to fall over to the right. breath to slow. Inhale your knees back up through center. And then make your way into Shavasana, final relaxation pose. You can keep your knees bent and bring them into touch if that feels better on your low back. Or you can extend them down your mat just like we did at the beginning of class. Just find a space where you can get out all the fidgets, where you can just lay stilly for a few minutes. Just allow your breathing to be natural. Allow your body to feel heavy. We'll just stay here for a few moments. You can stay here as long as you'd like, or when you're ready, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And gently hug your knees into your chest. Roll over to your right side, pausing here for just a moment. Pressing down through your top hand, coming up to a comfortable seated position. We'll take a few breaths before we complete our practice. Nice deep inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, hands down through center. Another one, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down through center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through center. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Namaste.